few months ago with 4-year-old twins. And when I told them I was coming to this meeting tonight, they said, Mommy, we want to go. So they enjoyed themselves when we were here before. But I would like to say that I have been so pleased with this town over the last couple of years. We moved here in February of 2005. Our children were 1 year old, which both of them were 1 year old at the time. And there was really no way that I knew of to meet other people in town, other than people in our neighborhood. And we have an awesome neighborhood. Over the last couple of years, it has been so nice to be able to take our children to the park. My husband does it, I do it, and almost every single time we go, we meet somebody new. With children that are our children's age. In fact, I ran into a woman at Subway who was new to Summerfield. They had moved here from Utah, and she has 4-year-old twin girls. And we set a play date. We had never met each other before. That was the first time we met. And we set up a play date to meet at Summerfield Park one afternoon so the children could play together. What an awesome opportunity. So I want to thank you guys, every one of you, that we have a very forward-thinking town council that not only has managed to create a wonderful park, phase 1, but the forward-thinking part that you're already estimating future growth of the town and therefore then moving on to create phase 2. I want to speak specifically to the amphitheater because being from Nashville, Tennessee, we had an awesome amphitheater at Centennial Park. And it was a place where the community theater did Shakespeare in the park. The high schools, their bands, ensembles could play there and perform. Fundraisers could be done there for the high schools, elementary schools. And it, again, was another place where the town, the people of the community could congregate and therefore then meet each other at an arena that you wouldn't have otherwise. So I want to once again thank you for the majority of the town council for approving the building of the amphitheater. And I believe, is that what has already been begun construction over here? So I saw that last week when I was here with the kids at the park, and I'm so looking forward to that, especially next spring and summer and fall. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for our community to once again get together, meet new people, and give opportunities for people in town also to maybe do more creative things that, like maybe in the community theater out there in Summerfield. So I don't want to take up too much time, but I did want to say thank you and how excited I am that we are moving forward with that project. And thanks for doing the grant too, for getting the grant from the state to help that be built.
Just question your name and where you live.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Ann Pino, and 7409 Summerfield Court, the Summerfield subdivision, and that's at the back of the Somerset subdivision. Again, it's a great little community, but it's been so nice to meet the bigger community of Summerfield.
Did you know when you came tonight that you wanted to be able to speak on this?
Did I know I was going to be able to? No, I didn't know I was going to be able to, but I wanted to be able to. I had read the minutes from the prior town council meeting where it was argued that the amphitheater had not been discussed at the last town council meeting. And I thought I understood that it was going to be discussed at this particular town council meeting. And I wanted to be able to make sure that my voice is heard. Thank you. Any other questions?
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, Councilman.
Catherine, 7979 Apple Road. No, I didn't know it was going to be discussed tonight, but I always come prepared, so I have some words I'd like to say. But first, I was going to thank the staff and comprehensive planning committee for the wonderful program they put on Monday, September the 29th. It was fabulous. Lots of the community came out. We had a great time. It was a diversity of people working together on a common goal, the future of our town. I was glad to see most of the council came out and participated, and we had a great time. Now on to the council. So I was hoping that we were going to have a discussion tonight. Not that it's really a discussion, this discussion has three problems. First, it isn't really a discussion. A discussion assumes there's something to discuss. In this case of phase 2, there isn't. Second, the attempt to justify tonight's discussion, I'm talking about last week when some people on the council was comparing it to the ethics statement. Second, the attempt to justify tonight's discussion by comparing it to the town council's revisiting the ethics statement is flawed. Finally, by revisiting phase 2, the town council is degrading civic participation. So how can I argue that tonight's discussion isn't really a discussion? Phase 2 of the park and the amphitheater has been discussed, voted passed, bidded out, and in the process of being completed. In October 2000, the town of Summerfield first named the Summerfield Park the Captain John Dent Park. On September 4, 2001, the bid for the master plan, which would eventually include the amphitheater, was awarded to Mark Robinson and Associates after all contract work was completed. The vote was unanimous. April 2, 2002, the master plan, which included the amphitheater, was accepted. The vote was unanimous. Mark Robinson stated that according to the information received, the citizens want a performance lawn and amphitheater, a preschool playground, and trails for maintenance and emergency, as well as walking trails. May 6, 2003, the park renamed to Summerfield Community Park. In May, maps were also on display at Founders Day for citizens to view. June 2004, Summerfield awarded the park grant for phase 1 of the park. January 7, 2007, updated master plan approved 3-2. Also approval was for the application for the party grant for phase 2. This was approved 3-2. March 13, 2007, the council discussed phase 2 again as it related to Ms. Strickland's unauthorized letter to have the party grant rejected. Summerfield was still awarded the party grant for phase 2 of the park. Not only does this history show that Summerfield has chosen to build the park, but it also shows that a lot of money has been invested in the process and it really can't be stopped. Many people like Ms. Strickland and Ms. Flowers have argued, though, that if the council revisit the ethics statement, that they have to revisit phase 2. Not only is this comparison false, but it's also dangerous. Before I explain why this analogy is dangerous, I want to show everyone why it's false. First, the ethics statement had not reached a stage where there was no turning back. No money had been spent, no policy had been implemented. Second, the ethics statement was seriously flawed, as Michael, our town manager, Bill Hill, our town lawyers, and others pointed out. I even provided research from other towns and experts in ethics codes that showed the flaws in the proposal. There's nothing wrong with phase 2 beyond the fact that some people do not want it. The design is sound, and it meets the stated needs it was meant to provide. Third, unlike phase 2, the ethics statement had not gone through several open hearings. It is this last point that is most important to me, because I have voiced my opinion on both issues. I have followed the procedure, and I have accepted the times when I have lost and when I have won, because I believe that everyone was treated fairly. Tonight's discussion does not treat me fairly. In fact, the town council tonight is treating people who have never been involved in the process, who have lost the battle over phase 2 better than me. Many of the 600 or so people who signed Mr. Crawford's petition have never been to a town council meeting and aren't here tonight. Yet I am. Mr. Crawford had an equal chance to let his view on the park be heard, and even served on the town council, so had an even more than equal chance to be heard. He knows that the town has signed contracts for phase 2, which means that the town is either going to build phase 2 or lose a lot of money. Yet I showed up tonight. I had hoped the town council would spend its time on more constructive things, but even when it hasn't, I have shown up. What has been my reward for playing by the rules and showing up? Watching the town council waste time on an issue that can't be stopped, or reward those people that have not played by the rules or showed up. If the town council is really concerned about voters being left out or upset about the process, let's discuss the process. At least that would be constructive. But don't mistake what is being done tonight as being anything like the ethics discussion or a step in the right direction for town unity, because it is neither. Tonight has been about this kowtowing to a small minority of people who don't care if the government works, but only that it appears to work. In this process, only they win, not the town of Summerfield. Thank you.